So I'm John, father of the bride. I would like to welcome all of you to Dom and Colleen's wedding. This is our third try to do this. Third time's the charm for us. When Colleen and Dom approached Fee, Andy, me and Steph about having the wedding here, we were all thrilled. It made sense. They were living here in London. Many of their friends lived here, and Fee and Andy have an estate clearly made for this event. I want to thank Fee and Andy, as well as Will and Mia. You guys have worked so hard to get the house and grounds ready for this event. It's months of preparation, and they've done it 3 times. The results are truly spectacular. The barn, the garden, the house, the whole Stockhall experience is truly incredible. Please raise a glass to the Barnards.
So to Will, my best man, and my bro, I've always looked up to you, and I've always seen you as more of a best mate than a brother. I've always cherished our times growing up, like hanging out in the bothy listening to Naughty's indie rock bands up until the late hours, kicking a rugby ball around and finding inventive ways to eventually fish it out of the moat. You've always been the stylish one of the family. Sadly, those fashion skills didn't quite rub off on me, apart from today. But you've always turned a blind eye when I've stolen a lot of your clothes in the past, so thank you very much for that. Yeah. Thanks for always having my back and being my best bro. Thank you. To Lawrence, so I was going to cheat and have 2 best men today as well, but he couldn't make it over from New Zealand to the other side of the planet. But although I probably dodged a bullet because he would have given me a serious roasting during the best man speeches. To the groomsmen. So amazing to have you lads by my side today. You've really helped me settle my nerves. Plus I can see you've taken your usher responsibilities of parking attendants and people shufflers with much enthusiasm, so that's good. So to the guys and all the lads who made it to my stag do, Charles, kudos to you for managing to convince your neighbour to lend their entire house to a bunch of total strangers for a stag do weekend. Yeah. Your powers of persuasion are clearly unrivaled. To the groomsmen. I just wanted to mention the bridesmaid. So a specific shout out goes to Megan. So the maid of honour. To my new sister-in-law. When I properly realised that I'd be gaining a new sister, it took me a minute to actually compute it. I didn't realise I'd be gaining an actual sibling, especially one as awesome as Meg. So yeah. And then also wanted to say thank you to Sarah for the lovely words you said at the church today, and for always being a great friend. So to John and Steph, so I feel like from when I first met you at your beautiful home in Carbondale, you both welcomed me into your family with open arms from day one. But so yeah, thanks one for sticking with me, to fronting some serious wedge for today's events. Yeah, and then thirdly, but not least, raising a beautiful, kind, and wonderful daughter. And yeah, I really couldn't ask for better in-laws. So yeah, you can trust me when I say that I'll always love, protect your wonderful daughter. To my parents, so to Mum and Dad, Fee and Andy, aka Fandy. I owe my mum and dad an enormous praise. They raised me, they put up with my tumultuous escapades as a child. So also a massive thanks to the colossal effort that you've put into making Stockhall look as beautiful as it is today. Everyone just needs to look around. You just need to look around to see the love and care that's gone into, making what it is today. So thanks, Fandy, for being my superhero parents. Okay. Can I raise a glass to toast to the parents?
My name is Megan, and I'm the younger sister of the stunning bride tonight. First off, I'd like to thank Fee and Andy for opening up their insanely beautiful property to everyone. Next, I'd like to thank my parents, John and Stephanie, for hosting this amazing event. It's been tough to help plan from abroad, especially 3 times, but everyone involved has done such an incredible job. And lastly, I'd like to thank everyone who made the effort to be here for their wedding, especially the people who traveled abroad and took off work for this. I can't emphasize enough how much it means to Colleen and Dom. As much as I feel like it's my birthright to be up here as Colleen's only sister, I really am so lucky to have such a strong friendship and relationship with her. Despite the physical distance over the years, thank God for FaceTime, she's always remained my favorite person. She's everything one could wish for in a sister and has paved the way for me in so many ways. Growing up, I always thought she was the coolest, and I only wanted to hang out with her and her friends. With me being a few years younger, Colleen didn't love that idea. But that didn't stop me. I followed her to university. I followed her to our sorority. I tried to follow her around the world, but I'm having trouble keeping up. And I really do aim to emulate her in so many ways. She's never met a stranger and is the most amazing friend. Colleen, I love you so much, and I'm really honored to stand here today. And now to the person who's been in our lives since 2014. My first memory of Dom was through a photo that Colleen posted on Instagram back when they met in Australia. She had her hand on his chest, and they were standing in very close proximity to each other, kind of like this. I don't remember if my mother called me or if I called her, but I remember coming to the conclusion that that was indeed the boyfriend pose. So naturally, we were like, who the hell is this? So when we finally met Dom in person, I understood the appeal immediately. They complement each other so well. He's patient, kind, insanely thoughtful, funny, and most of all, loves and cherishes my sister. I couldn't be more thankful to have you as my brother. Seeing you guys at the altar today, looking at each other to say your vows, I was so overwhelmed with joy and excitement for your future. I admire your relationship so much and wish you all the happiness in the world. So to end, I want to say to Dom, I would welcome you to our family, but you've already been a part of our family for so long. I love you guys. Cheers.
So we have come together this afternoon in the presence of God to witness the marriage of Dominic and Colleen, to ask his blessing on them and to share in their joy. Dominic, will you take Colleen to be your wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honour and protect her, and forsaking all others be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Colleen, will you take Dominic to be your husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honour and protect him, and forsaking all others be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
So will you, the families and friends of Dominic and Colleen, support and uphold them in their marriage now and in the years to come? We will! I, Dominic, take you, Colleen,
I, Dominic, take you, Colleen,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death us do part,
till death us do part,
according to God's holy law.
according to God's holy law.
In the presence of God,
In the presence of God,
I make this vow.
I make this vow.
I, Colleen, take you, Dominic,
I, Colleen, take you, Dominic,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death us do part,
till death us do part,
according to God's holy law.
according to God's holy law.
In the presence of God,
In the presence of God,
I make this vow.
I make this vow.
Colleen, I give you this ring
Colleen, I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
With my body, I honour you.
With my body, I honour you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
All that I have, I share with you.
Within the love of God,
Within the love of God,
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Dominic, I give you this ring
Dominic, I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
With my body, I honour you.
With my body, I honored you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
Within the love of God,
Within the love of God,
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
So in the presence of God and before this congregation, Colleen and Dominic have given their consent and made their marriage vows to each other. They have declared their marriage by the joining of hands and by the giving and receiving of rings. It is therefore my great joy to proclaim that they are now husband and wife, and that those whom God has joined together, let no one put asunder. You may wish to kiss each other, you may wish to respond.
Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, my wife and I... This one. Yeah, we'd like to thank you so much for being with us here today. So there's going to be a few toasts in this speech, so yeah, please make sure to keep your glasses topped up and things, but my aim is to get you so drunk that you forget anything incriminating from Will's best man speech later on. Colleen and I said we wanted a long engagement, and we definitely got exactly what we asked for. So after 2 postponements, and 2 years of spamming all your inboxes with RSVP requests. It feels absolutely amazing to finally have you all here with us today. Thanks to everyone for making the effort to be with us here today. We've got some people who've flown over from all across the world, starting with the States. So we've got people from Illinois, Missouri, California, Colorado, Washington, Arizona. Okay, there you go. Then from the UK side, we've got some people from Scotland. Yeah, and then we've got them from Switzerland. There you go, yeah. And then a bunch of English counties, which will sound something like Mordor, you know, or something like Lord of the Rings, to any from you guys across the pond, so I won't go through any of that. But I do want to say a special effort to the streeters, wherever they are, for making it all the way from the other side of the village. So thanks for that, yeah. So I know it hasn't been easy or cheap in the current climate for any of you to get here, so massive thanks for the effort made from all of you.
Then you get to go back and drink, and then we'll come back.
This is a big welcome from Fee and I to Stock Hall to celebrate Dom and Colleen's very special day. The excitement over the last few weeks has been unbelievable. Years, but we've had a few false dawns, but we've got here and the excitement has been absolutely amazing. It's difficult to believe the day's actually arrived. Fantastic. So many thanks to many of you who've actually travelled to be with us today from far and wide, all over the States and Europe as well, which is fantastic. Now I'd like to make a very special thanks to John and Stephanie, who've been so supportive in making this happen as well. We're so happy, and we really mean this, Fee and I really mean this, that the Barnard Wood clans have finally joined together. You know, they really have been the most welcoming family possible. We've been over to Kiewa twice. We've had fantastic Thanksgivings, and they've been so generous and kind to us. We couldn't have wished for better partners of our respective children. Please join us in the Tithe Barn in celebrating Dom and Colleen's wedding feast.
So it's been 8 years since last month, 8 years, since Colleen and I first met in Bondi, Sydney. And in case you hadn't heard the story, we met on the first day I landed in Australia. Went to visit my mate Ed Dennis over there. And somehow we got roped into serving some drinks at an art gallery opening that evening. And that's when a rather stunning American girl approached me looking to score some wine. from a makeshift bartender that evening, but ended up scoring a Lionel Messi lookalike with an English accent. Who sucks at football? Sorry, soccer for any of those who haven't watched Ted Lasso yet. But anyway, we hit it off right away, and we both knew that this was something special from the very beginning. And so since then, we bounced around the globe to New York, London, Bangkok, and you'll see references to your journey, to our journey of where we've been on your tables tonight, the table names. But throughout all of those moves, we've just done whatever it takes to be together. So I'm sure you'll agree with me that my wife looks absolutely gorgeous today. Absolutely amazing. I feel like the luckiest person on earth to finally be married to you after 2 postponements. So yeah, and you've definitely had more involvement in the wedding planning for today. I can not take much credit. So I just wanted to say massive thanks for taking the reins on all the wedding planning and making it look absolutely fantastic. And yeah. In fairness, I did provide the cornhole boards outside though. Well done. So it basically makes up for it. Yeah. So yeah, some things I love about you. You always listen. You're competitive. That's maybe more of a wood trait. You're brave. I'm evident in the fact that you took a leap of faith in sticking with me after knowing me just for 2 months. And moving around the world to be with me. I adore you with all my heart. I can't wait to continue our journey together. Take me on whatever life throws at us. Although I'm not sure how worried I should be. In the build-up to the wedding, you've been introducing me as your soon-to-be first husband. So maybe for your second husband, you should aim for Lionel Messi himself. You know? He's got a lot more cash and he's a bit better at football, so there you go.
Dom, I just want to say how proud I am of you and how you've kind of taken control of your life. You've excelled in your career, and I've no doubt you'll reach the very top in whatever you choose to do. Colleen, you've played a major part in all this, and I'm just thank you for that, and I'm just so pleased to welcome you to the family officially today. And you know, I must just say, I think we can all agree that you look absolutely stunning, and Dom just about managed to hold his stuff together. Dom, on the other hand, I mean, you forgot to put trousers on, so it's a bit. But I guess you won't really be wearing the trousers much after today anyway, so I think it's all good. And today we finally all come together from all corners of the earth to celebrate this union of you guys. And so please join me all raising a glass, as they've affectionately been known, to Darlene. To Darlene, everyone, we wish you every happiness for the future, and you guys are awesome. You've absolutely rocked it today. I'm so proud of you both. And let's party, guys. Thank you.
Of black and white, let's